Thank you, Phillip. Give it up for my opening act, AJ Johnson and T.S. Madison, everybody. Thank you guys. Like Phillip asked me to come out here and like talk some shade and throw a little shade, talk a little shit, which is no different than what I'd be doing on any Thursday night at home, But except I'm getting paid. Actually, I'm not getting paid for this, so why the fuck am I not on my couch right now?
Listen, I don't know if you're getting paid yet.
But no, you're good. Okay. But thank you guys for coming out to support and being out here without being harassed on social media by self-aggrandizing statuses to validate the fact that you are a stand-up comic or a vegan like some people. So last night I went to the Katy Perry concert. Yes. It had about the same response as a lot of you. The tour was called Witness, which was aptly named because what I witnessed was a train wreck. Have you guys heard that she was selling some of her tickets on Groupon? On Groupon, which is really tough because that's a tough moment for an artist when I would rather get a mani-pedi from a questionable Asian nail salon than I would for a pair of Katy Perry tickets. She should have named the tour Suicide because the only thing on that stage she was killing was her career. Speaking of suicide, I set an alarm every single day to make sure that I lose the Dear Evan Hansen lottery. I don't know how many of you do that. I mean, every time I click enter, I feel like I'm waving through a window at Ben Platt, being like, "This is your tape."
This is your tape.
Speaking of things that aren't fair, 2017 kind of feels like the wall from Game of Thrones, and I feel we need to get over it or just burn that shit down. I feel like the Night King has the right idea that now follow me on this. Picture Westeros as the US, a bunch of rich entitled assholes that are white are ruining everything for everybody else. Maybe the Night King, we just need to clear the deck and just start completely over. Now, if you think that I'm joking, Donald Trump is like a low-key Game of Thrones stan. On a Sunday night, Daenerys hopped on that dragon and flew in and burned up all kinds of Lannister shit, fucked some shit up, and literally the next day, he was on Fox News talking about bringing fire and fury to North Korea. I'm like, where'd you get that done? Were you gonna hop on your dragon and go? And then I think he switched sides because then the next thing was he was all about Jon Snow because for 4 episodes, Daenerys was bend the knee, and then when players started bending the knee, he got oh, fuck no. But Colin Kaepernick is taking the knee to protest police brutality, which is a very real thing. And you know what, that should be the message that's going on about that. White people are trying to make it about anti-patriotism, which just shows you white people are trying to gentrify racism into something else. White people will literally gentrify anything. Have you heard of this new app or this service, this white startup called Bodega? Bodega, not the thing that's on the corner. It's this it's a glorified vending machine that's supposed to go into the vestibule of your apartment building, which is gonna have a bunch of snacks in there. And I'm just bitch, and it's labeled Bodega and it has a cat on it, and I'm like, bitch, where is this a bodega? If there's not a man screaming at me for money for coffee in front of it, that's not a bodega. If I can't pick up mixers and a 6-pack for an impromptu after hours at my apartment, that's not a bodega. If I can't get a hot cheese and blackout flirt with the questionably attractive fry cook, that is not a bodega. Besides, I don't need Karen from down the hall reporting me to the fucking super when I'm in a wrestling match with the thing for getting the fucking barbecue chips stuck in it at 5 in the morning. So it's and you all know Karen, you all have a Karen or a Chad or a Becky, you probably work with them. If any of you have traditional office space work environments, you know what that's like. Office work environments are the weirdest because you have these forced communities where you have to have really super high manners because you're all supposed to work together for a common good, and you don't want to just fuck up everything when really you're just hi, how was your weekend? And it's you're saying, fuck this hangover, leave me alone, I'm just trying to fill up my water, go back to my office and cry. So but speaking of work interactions, the worst place in the workspace is the bathroom. And let me tell you why. Because people that you've known for months or years, the moment you guys start walking into the bathroom together, you look at each other like a couple of gunslingers that don't speak the same language. You're just like, where are you going? What are you doing here? And then if you're a guy and you know, like, there's a urinal section and then there's the stalls, and if you both head into the stalls, who's gonna draw first? Because the loudest place is a quiet bathroom. Think about it. Think about it. Anyway,
Especially with the keys.
And some more interactions at work. Think about how many of you like share your like social media with your coworkers. I mean, some of you probably do, and that's pretty brave. I had to scale it back because I was getting like too many questions from like a former boss and stuff, and like still kind of get those invasive questions of just like, oh my God, what party were you at? Or why are your friends so attractive? Or was that cocaine in your Instagram story? it's like none of your business because we all slept together, and yeah, of course it is. But then you gotta be like, I'm just kidding, Karen, and we haven't all slept together yet. So, you know, now I want to talk about like one last thing, which like since we're talking about like Instagram, let's talk about like this section that I have. It's called I Have Questions. Like Instagram is like, you know, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Like 1,000 words. Some of y'all take that too damn literally. You know, Instagram needs to impose a fucking like character limit on some of y'all. I don't want to hear about the struggles of life when you struggle with subject-verb agreement, okay? It's like calm it down for a second. You know, a selfie can just be a selfie. Stop trying to sophisticate your ass pic. I did not sign up for written content. I'm here to look at some pretty pictures and go about my day. The next thing, Insta stories. Some of y'all think that you're George Lucas when you're more Lucas Entertainment. So you know, stay in your lane. You know, and my favorite thing right now with Insta stories is that some of these public figures, my favorite people, take these screenshots and then scribble them out with that color and then post it in big block letters and say, new post. Like you leaked The Last Jedi or a new Beyonce album. It's like, what? Oh my God, I wonder what this manicured profile of a bunch of selfies and ironic bedroom shoots are gonna tell me now. It's like, I've seen some of y'all's bedrooms so much, I could label it like a crime scene, you know? And some of y'all's spaces look like crime scenes when you're going live. Ooh. Speaking of live, I get going live on Facebook. You gotta go live on Facebook to kind of like provide some access to things that people wouldn't otherwise be at. But why you gotta go live when you're doing your damn dishes? I got dishes at home that I'm trying to avoid. Bitch, I do not need to see you doing your dishes. And when you're live, who the fuck are you talking to? Like, who are these strangers? You know, go outside, make a friend, go to a bar, get a job, own a business, bitch, suck a dick.
Suck your pussy up, man.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, T.S. Madison. And the last thing I gotta talk about, speaking of sucking dick, Instagram thoughts. You know, let's talk about this. How are you gonna end up in the Greek Isles when you can't even split cab fare? How are you flying first class when you're sleeping on a twin mattress? How are you on so many damn boats when you can't even afford a sublet in Bed-Stuy? We all know you're hookers.
Sheets for bed frame.
But understand this, I'm gonna leave you with this. Beyonce said that, don't rely on that body because it ain't gonna always get you out of everything. And remember this, you can't EBT at a BAR. Alright, you guys, thank you so much. That's my time.
Everybody, give it up again for Ricky Anderson.